What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Real Talk Reacts. This is the Joyride edition. I just got out of work. So much news dropped today. As you see by the title, we are going to be talking about Batgirl being canceled. So before I get into that, I want to give a big shout out to Sly and Mikey over at Slide Abdul Inc. Recently became a follower over there. Joined the crew, and they are my sources. They are who I go to. I will put a link in the description so you guys can go follow them and get all the news that I get, and everything that drops. They are my go-tos right now, and they have called Ben Affleck coming back to Aquaman. These are all dated and stamped, and this is, you could go do your research and go find it. So again, like me following this is what I believe. This is proven fact at this point, but you can believe as what you want, and this is what I want. I want us to be talking. You guys get down in the comments. All that put aside, the big domino to make this happen with Batgirl being canceled was the Ben Affleck domino of joining Aquaman for the reshoots. There are reports that per these sources, Ben Affleck is going to be in Aquaman, and he is setting up something big. That is what has been told. That is what has been said. So with that, Aquaman was supposed to come out after the Flash. And then with everything that happened, they pushed the Flash back and pushed Aquaman forward, which with that and them changing everything, last month, it was also reported, and this is again coming from the sources, that Ezra Miller and Michael Keaton did reshoots for the Flash. What are they doing the reshoots for? Why is WB investing so much money, WBD investing so much money into Ben Affleck again, if they were going to so-called, this was reported and sourced in reports, that Ben Affleck in The Flash was going to get killed. Now, with all this information, obviously you have the shelving of Supergirl in Flash. Obviously we have the shelving of the Batgirl coming in. Why? Because Flash was going to get everything together, set everything up, and have all these spin-offs, which was Supergirl, which was, Batgirl, which is what we're talking about right now. Now, here's my thing, going back to what I said. Putting all these together from the information I got from the sources, with Ben Affleck going to Aquaman, that was actually supposed to be Michael Keaton. And they had screenings, and people said it did not go well at all with Michael Keaton. It just didn't make any sense and everything. So, in my mind, why do you redo all this, bring back Ben Affleck and all that? And I'm going to tell you why. And it's very simple. And you can hold me to this, and I'm going to say it out loud. And that's this is, again, with what I've been told from my sources. I feel, as with the knowledge of what I've known and what has been given to me, that they're going to switch Michael Keaton's role in The Flash. And at this point, The Flash is still going on. And at this point, I believe you kind of have to. I believe that it won't be Ben Affleck the one dying. I believe Michael Keaton will be taking that role of who will die as the Batman in The Flash. And with that being said, they are, I believe, Warner Brothers is stepping away from the character of Michael Keaton's Batman. This is why we have shelved Batgirl. Now, with all that put aside, there was also reports saying that this movie was hot garbage. Hot garbage. And this hurts me to say because, one, I love the actress who was slated to star as Batgirl. She was great in the Heights. Obviously we had J.K. Simmons. We had Brendan Fraser. I love that dude. You know, we had supposedly there was supposed to be a Nightwing sighting. You know, there was so much things that could have been so well with this movie that reportedly was not right. So I say all this to say, I know all the DC fans right now are running to the nearest wall or the nearest window and trying to bash their heads into that window or to that wall. And I'm telling you this, with the WBD taking over right now for DC, the ship is literally from going left, it's going all the way right. We're getting rid of everybody. They're getting rid of everyone, and they already had. So my sources say that there is a big meeting going on Thursday, and we are hoping that they will release information on new hiring, new stuff. One of the main things WBD wants right now for DC is the Trinity. And I'm going to go on record and saying, and my sources have also gone on record and said, Superman, we are going to see Henry Cavill in October. Black Adam. We are going to see, and this has been reported and slated, Wonder Woman will be in Shazam. That's two of the Trinity. Now, we have Batman setting up something really big in Aquaman. That's our Trinity. Setting up for a possible Justice League, Batman solo film, leading into a Justice League. I'm saying this to say, and I know all the eyebrow raises, the look the other way, the oh my God, not again, I'm going to get from this. But the Snyderverse is here, and the Snyderverse is coming. And one of the biggest things about that is everyone that's getting hired on to DC right now, and this is quoted, and you could look it up. You give me all the side eyes you want. They are all pro Snyderverse. And the biggest thing for all you who love Snyderverse just like I did, what was the first thing that we started seeing before Snyderverse came to HBO Max? Harley Quinn. And we're seeing inklings of this again. And it's not Harley Quinn, the animated series where they brought it up, the Snyderverse, the Snyder Cut. Why do we have Zack Snyder coming back? If this whole war between him and DC is so whatever and so bad, why is he going to Teen Titans Go? Is that a stretch? How is that a stretch? When Batman gets casted in Aquaman to come back, Ben Affleck to come back, mind you, his last so-called I'm done with Batman was supposed to be for Flash. But why is he coming back to Aquaman? To reshoot everything? Why are they reshooting The Flash with Michael Keaton in certain key parts of that movie? Why? Tell me. All of a sudden, Wonder Woman's in Shazam. All of a sudden, Cavill, which has been the worst kept secret since Andrew Garfield, I'm Not the Werewolf, in Black Adam. And then again, I go back to in Aquaman, Batman gets casted to come back. Ben Affleck gets casted as Batman. And I say, I know I'm stumbling on my words by saying Batman is casted. Well, Ben Affleck is Batman. You know, to me, he is my Batman. And to a lot of people, he is their Batman. But again, I know I'm repeating myself, and I'm sorry. But you have Ben Affleck coming back. And what's the first thing someone does? Mr. Zack Snyder himself. I'm going to take a ride in Bruce's car. This whole media thing, this whole, the way that DC is going about it, it's almost like I'm Not the Werewolf, how they did it with Marvel and Sony, the whole thing with the Rock saying that I will beat Superman. The Black Adam will beat Superman. I am the hierarchy of power. Do you guys not see what's going on here? This is all a WWE ploy. This is what it is. And now, yes, let's talk about Comic-Con for a little bit. And I know I'm jumping around a lot, but this is all correlated into why Batgirl was canceled. Comic-Con, a lot of people were very upset, me included. I wouldn't want to say upset. I felt let down. You know, I did wanted to see Cavill. It was high reports, you know, and DC did not owe us anything because they never came out and said he was going to be there. But one thing I will say about the DC panel that many people are, for some reason, doing a blind eye to and just straight up hating on it, is that DC had no plans to be in San Diego Comic-Con. That is reported. They did not have any plans to do this, to be there. They did not. But The Rock, rightfully so, says, hey, how high? And DC says, jump. DC's out here jumping. Because why? Because The Rock, as you may, whatever you want to say about what you think about Black Adam, he's The Rock, one of the biggest movie stars in the world to this day. Fight me on that. I don't care. He is. The Rock says, I want to make a big stink in San Diego Comic-Con. I want to talk about Black Adam, you know, and we could bring Shazam, you know. So they put a panel together. Why? Because essentially Black Adam and Shazam together, you know, they're in the same company. The Rock, he's been a part of the producing of Shazam and bringing in Black Adam, all that good stuff. But this was like done in a week. Now, it gets reported Henry Cavill is going to be in San Diego Comic-Con. He doesn't show. Now, as bad as all that was, and as much as that hurt, you know, The Rock coming out and all this stuff, what you guys don't realize what happened. And to me, this is my personal view on it. My sources has nothing to do with this. This is my personal view. I say it was a ploy. It was a ploy to let everybody get excited. Everybody in that room. And you don't show up with Henry Cavill. Why? Because what are you doing? Basic. And me, I used to be a big fan. I'm not a fan anymore. I don't watch it anymore. But I was a fan when The Rock was in WWE. And I know that sounds ridiculous. I know everybody's looking at this video right now and they're just, you know, they're rolling their eyes. But really, just sit there and think about it. What they just did, what The Rock just did by doing this, he made himself a heel. He made himself a heel. And he was one of the best heels in WWE. You hated him so much that you had to love him. And how can you not do that by saying, I will destroy Superman? Come on, guys. Okay, I'll push that aside. I just had to get that off my chest. I've been holding that in for so long, and I've been seeing this craziness on Twitter, and it's just like, come on, guys. Like, as crazy as everything looks and everything's getting canceled, this is good news. They are righting the ship on DC right now. They are changing everything. The Snyderverse is back. So if you're not with it, get on board. And if you're not, in the words of Superboy and Young Justice, get out of the way. Because they're coming. It's coming. Everyone that's been hired, and you could go do this research. I'm going to keep on saying it. Go do the research. Everyone that's getting hired on is pro-Snyderverse. And they're going to come back and they're going to let him finish his story. And then once he finishes his story, then we'll start from scratch. You know, me personally, with the reshoots of The Flash, which I said that was all source, Guys, again, I'm going to put I hope I'm saying it right, Sly Abdul Inc. in the description. You can go follow them. I'm telling you, everything that's been news DC, they are on it. They have called everything so far and more. And more. You need to go in there and you need to go check them out. Or you can come here too and you can hear me. Because either way, I'm going to be reporting and talking about what they're talking about. Because I am a fan. And I love this. I love where this is going. And it's literally the writing of the wall. It's literally the writing on the wall. And we're just waiting for everything to drop. And with Superman, you know, Cavill, standing wise, and I'm going to get into right now, and again, I apologize. I know I'm jumping around a lot, but it all makes sense. You guys put the pieces together. You guys can understand. With all this being delayed, or not delayed, shelved, with Supergirl, the new Supergirl, and, you know, Batgirl, obviously, today got shelved. They're not crazy. Don't expect that we're not going to ever see them. I believe we will see Supergirl and Batgirl. I cannot remember Batgirl's name. That's why I keep on referencing them by, you know, Batgirl and Supergirl. I believe Supergirl, her name was Camila. I'm not too sure. I don't want to butcher their names. But it was way too soon to bring them out. As cool as those movies would have been, I just think right now, and this is coming from the execs who took over DC right now, they want to see Superman. They want to see Batman. They want to see Wonder Woman. They're like, where is our Trinity? You know, we've lost them. Where are they at right now? Well, they're coming back. And they're coming back strong. And they're coming back. My predictions, with everything that I've gotten in the sources wise, I see Camila, which is Supergirl, coming in. You know, it's not going to be called Man of Steel 2, but it will be Henry Cavill's Superman second movie. You know, I see her, maybe a end credit scene coming in there. You know, to then maybe she will spin off. Maybe it won't be a movie. Maybe it'll be an HBO Max movie. Maybe it'll be an HBO Max series with Supergirl. This is where it's going to get crazy about Batgirl, where I'm going to get into right now. So, I mentioned before, Ben Affleck in Aquaman, he is slated to be setting something up big. And this, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. But again, sources told me, or sources slipped on this information. All I'm saying is Legion of Doom. And I'm not saying what is entailed with it, where is it going with it, how is it coming. Just know Legion of Doom, Ben Affleck. Now, this is where I'm going to go into my theory of what I've been told, what has been sourced to me, as I should say. This is my theory. So separate my theory from what has been told to me. I'm trying to connect the dots here. I see Ben Affleck getting his solo film. The solo film that we've wanted against Joe Manganiello. With that, we see the passing. Obviously, we get into a little bit of the passing of the Robins that was brought up in BVS. That's where we're going to see Batgirl. Batgirl is going to come in there, and it's going to be under Bruce. It's going to be under Ben Affleck. And, you know, with Michael Keaton, I think in that sense, I believe they're going to and this Michael Keaton here on, this is all speculation, I don't know. But for what I believe Michael Keaton will be used later down the line again, but for Batman Beyond. And what's crazy about that is the Batman, which I personally, I really like the Batman. You know, I was online and I was watching a video which on Sly Abdul Inc. They were talking about it, and what's crazy is Robert Pattinson is actually a really good Batman, and I liked him as Batman. He's not Ben Affleck, but I liked him as Batman. But what's brought to my attention is he was wrongfully cast as the wrong Batman. Put this in your mind. Imagine Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne, old man Bruce Wayne, and Robert Pattinson as Terry McGinnis. I would have went with that. I liked that. I thought that would have been a great, you know, a great thing, but it's not. And you know, that's just me speculating again. That's just me putting it together. But I do think Keaton will be used later down. You know, we still have him in the Flash. That's all we have him in right now, by the way. Batgirl shelved, which is the title of the video here that I'm doing. And he was supposed to be an Aquaman, and they replaced him with Ben Affleck. And mind you, in the Flash, we already have Ben Affleck. So this whole lining of Ben Affleck was set to be killed, and now they're bringing him back. I think Keaton's taking that spot. So, I don't know. You know, I want you guys to get down into the comment section. Tell me your theories, you know, and you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to believe anything I say. But just know what I'm saying and what has been told to me are viable sources. This stuff that has been said, then the next day it has dropped. And, you know, 1 for 1, okay, yeah, that's luck. 2 for 2, dude. 3 for 3, all right, I'm hitting a home run. And that's what I've gotten from my source, Mr. Sly Abdul Inc., which is Sly and Mikey. Those two, man, I've never, you know, listened to them before, and this was just me scrolling and just doing more info and just looking into it because I'm such a DC fan. You know, I'm a superhero fan. I love Marvel, yes. I love, you know, the boys. I love all different types of stuff. But DC's my passion. You know, as you can see as my picture, I love Superman. I grew up, changed my life, you know, and he's made me he's showing me how to be the guy I want to be, you know, and you know, say that as you will. I know it's a little corny, I'm sorry, but I'm very passionate when it comes to DC. But I say all that to say, I want you to jump in here, talk to me, let me know. Maybe you have a better hypothesis from the knowledge that you know or that I told you. What do you think? What routes do you think they would go? You know? And yeah, I mean, Thursday is gonna be a big day, guys. I will be doing the same thing. I'll be coming back here. I'm gonna keep my eye close to the, you know, close to the noises and stuff and see what's going on. If they release anything on Thursday about WBD, which is Warner Brothers Discovery, you know, they're supposed to be having this big meeting of execs and everything like that. Well, not supposed to, they are going to, but they're supposed to be releasing info. Don't quote me on that, but they are. And if they do, come back here. I'm going to be, you know, talking about it, and the writing's on the wall, guys. The writing is on the wall, and I personally, it's happening in front of our eyes. Zach is back, you know, and not just Zach. You know, here's the thing, and you I know you guys, a lot of you guys are probably saying like, oh, you know, it's Snyderverse, this, you know, whatever the hate is. I don't understand why you guys hated it. I love Snyderverse. But my bias of loving Snyderverse aside, Ben Affleck said, I will not be Batman without Zach. And he said that that is Verbatim. I'm quoting him by saying that. Go look it up. Why is he re-signed as Batman? Coming back as Batman? When his last supposed thing was Flash? Cavill? Gal Gadot? That's gonna be the thumbnail right here. Zach is back, baby. All right, guys, I'll stop talking your ear off. I just needed to get on here. I just got home from work, and I mean, as you can tell, I'm in my uniform. But yeah, like, what's to come for DC? I'm actually excited because we're seeing things change. And the thing is with DC, we've needed this. We've needed to see something. We haven't gotten anything. We're getting something now. We're getting something. And you know, the only thing that scares me is Blue Beetle, but I think Blue Beetle is actually far out enough to where it's not tied in to Flash, to where I don't think they're gonna cancel that. But like, you know, all these other things that have been getting canceled, they're actually spinoffs of the Flash, so they had to be, you know. So all right, again, I know I keep saying I'm out of here, and I know I'm not, but I am now. Again, hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below. I want to get into a conversation with you guys. I want to pick your brains, and I want you to pick mine. Talk back to me, you know, let me know. And like I said, it's okay if we see different eye-to-eye things, man. I like that. I like conversation, you know. I like conversation. I love it. That's what this is about. This is what this fandom is about. Having different ideas, collaborating, different stuff. I want that. So get down there, hit the comment section, and talk to me. All right, guys. I'll see you. Have a trailer reaction of Andor dropping in a couple minutes. I was just waiting for it to upload. And yeah, comment on that. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll be back for more reactions. See you in the next time. Twitch, follow me. I am streaming, if not tonight, tomorrow. I'll put all that in the description. Twitter and my Instagram. So, all right, guys. See you.